This is called crossing path. Amplified helicopter activity. Ongoing stalking. The more that you document the psychopaths, the more that they provide evidence against themselves, proving ongoing stalking as the allegations are substantiated in that evidence of a gang stalking police department using helicopters to monitor in the middle of the night. Not engaging in any law enforcement when they are keeping American citizens under surveillance and then exercising fictitious authority under the law with regard to engagement in law enforcement. That's not law enforcement, that's criminal surveillance. Those are psychopaths. And that's the entity that's called crossing path, audible activity, and light activity. The demons, who are the people of the state, are pacing. They're monitoring together. This is exactly what's happening at Starbucks under the fake sun. And the engineer light, they're in engineer light right now, and the demons are repeatedly using helicopter to show what is the hallmark of gang stalking by the people of the state. All right, they're doing so in the same exact engineer light. So this is P.O.C. So I will show you. Here's my shadow that is, again, on both sides of me. This is the specific environment where you are engaging in that pattern of conduct. Here's, you see, I'm waving my arm down here. It's kind of dark. Let me go so you can see more. Here is one shadow, and here. That's amplified audible activity, monitoring, crossing path, monitoring. And the demons of the Ontario police are doing that over me by helicopter, flying around me over by helicopter. The elements of monitoring, these are demons, gang stalking together. It's 12:11 a.m. on now Friday, June 6, 2025. And the demons of the Ontario Police Department are laying down the foundational understanding for domestic terrorism in this country, and it is championed by, and by championed I mean these are the egregious terrorists that are gang stalking through the executive branch, the corrupt law enforcement agencies. You're inherently corrupt because this criminal system of surveillance is supposed to be secretly underway, and it's violating the American and human rights and constitutional rights of American citizens. And then at that, they engage in what I'm documenting, targeting them while they are keeping you under surveillance, unbeknownst to you. But again, the population that's in the United States, in this country, they're aware of surveillance because they're engaging in it. It's demonic. All right. It is currently 12:12. This is pacing. Driving in engineer light, flying above. This is pacing. That's law enforcement, gang stalking, monitoring together, and they're engaged in federal stalking as well. The entire entity is engaged in federal stalking. So this is P.O.C. This is what the entity is doing when I'm remaining at what is Woodside Senior Apartments, flying over the senior citizen complex. This is what the entity is doing when I'm at Woodside Senior Apartments with the commercial planes over the senior citizen complex. Concentrating the methods of relevant positioning where I'm at in that specific environment. This is P.O.C. Crossing path, audible activity, light activity. That's all pacing. They're monitoring with the police. All right, this is the pattern of conduct. These are demons who are pacing. So if you recall, the Ontario Police gang stalking under the fake sun while it's over me at Starbucks at 507 North Euclid Avenue at 11:54 a.m. They're stalking and they're exhibiting mental illness in doing so. The psychopathic pattern of conduct to gang stalk while wearing a law enforcement uniform and looking in the opposite direction as though you're concerned with something else. This is the entity obviously engaging in it while I document the pattern of harassment and terrorism using helicopters in that specific environment. The entity is doing so while it is under the fake sun at the Starbucks at 507 North Euclid Avenue at 11:54 in the morning, where it remains at 6:41, where they punctuated the end of the day yesterday with the fake sun that remained over that Starbucks. This is the same pattern of conduct. It's not different. It's not distinct. It's not separate. The pattern of conduct is ceaseless, and the body of evidence is consistent. None of it is looked at in a vacuum. And this is also speaking to the pattern of conduct that the entity engages in while its co-defendants aid in that criminal endeavor. This is relevant positioning, light activity. And these are demons who are together targeting. Targeting is recognized in an environment that defies nature, such as my magnified shadow that's appearing taller than me on the opposite side and on this side as well. That's where the entity is engaging in that P.O.C. of stalking with helicopters in particular, which is the hallmark of recognizing gang stalking by corrupt law enforcement agencies. The mentally ill, the psychopaths who are gang stalking, the demon possessed, who are engaging in this while masquerading as legitimate law enforcement agencies, these are the ones providing the body of evidence. And it is their delusional mindset which is providing that body of evidence, that wealth of evidence, which is, again, beyond any ability to be a coincidence, beyond any ability to be something that is under any circumstances normal, the specific environment combined with the behavioral pattern. And then you have what is the entity that engages in making up information about mental illness. They're not very intelligent, as I document. This is why you document the liars that they are. The Ontario police caught on more than one occasion lying via in concert with the people of the state. Why are they lying? It's not only because they're demons, it's not only because they are engaging in what is targeting, but it's because they are gang stalking in particular. The objective is to engage in kidnapping. Just lying about what I'm doing in order to have the superficial veneer of having a basis to arrest, that's kidnapping. Whether it looks like it appears conforms with the law or not, you don't have authority when you're stalking. Okay, so this is piercing through that, and this is going to be the unprecedented basis of recognizing that. And the entity is engaging in this while targeting me in addition to that. All right, this is amplified train activity where the Ontario police is gang stalking. Train activity, light activity, multiple shadows, shadow behind me. And you cannot hear that inside of Tracy Banks' apartment. You cannot hear this train inside of her apartment. You cannot hear AMR's gang stalking. You cannot hear that at Woodside Senior Apartments. This is the unintelligent system, and the body of evidence is speaking to what is not looked at in a vacuum. You're not forgetting that the entity is sounding train activity when I'm inside of Tracy Banks' apartment at 408 West G Street. You cannot hear the train inside of every single home in the city of Ontario because there's a train. In the same way that planes are not flying over everyone's home, every angle, every corner in Ontario because there's an airport in Ontario. The specific environment is what is informing what is going on. The specific environment, which is audible activity, light activity, and relevant positioning. This is P.O.C. The Ontario police are stalking a helicopter right now, and the elements are satisfied. And that's demonic. You see the train, but it has nothing to do with the level, the volume level. There's no planes taking off right here. That's hovering, and that's demonic as well. It's amplified audible activity. And the energy and the light activity is demonic as well. This is P.O.C. The demons are giving you a show with regard to how they engage in monitoring. This is the work of Satan. So the environment, the methods whereby they are doing as an entity together is maintaining presence and engaging in it while planes are taking off from Terminal 2 and Terminal 4. From what is, when I'm at Woodside Senior Apartments, flying much more in this direction and necessarily hovering over Woodside Senior Apartments, when right now when I'm at the museum, the entity is hovering over the museum. This is also where the entity is targeting, as you recognize it with the light activity. Targeting is also recognized with the unnatural volume level. The entity is engaging in what is the methods of what is criminal monitoring. Okay, so criminal monitoring is pursuant to what is stalking, and this is the government engaging in it, and the government's doing it on for the world to see. So you're looking at criminal surveillance, and it's also affecting the operation of communication devices. It's pursuant to the demons who are monitoring. The demons are watching me document them while they're engaging in voyeurism at the same time. The demons are exposing their own tactics for purposes of prosecution. That's P.O.C. All right, the Ontario police are repeatedly crossing paths, and that's criminal summoning. That's light activity, audible activity with my voice and relevant positioning, and using what is the system of surveillance with the people of the state. Who are the demons driving by Starbucks with impossible light shooting inside of the cafe? The demons that are being pulled over, engaging in the elements of monitoring together. That's light activity, relevant positioning, and the entity is maintaining the elements of monitoring. Okay, that's P.O.C. When you have the people of the state gang stalking, you're understanding the malice of that system. The entity is engaging what is targeting together. It's 12:19 a.m. on what is Friday, June 6, 2025. This is also evidence which is supporting the disbanding of kidnapping police departments that are gang stalking. they will be disbanded. It is, again, the entity is engaging in this. This is the Ontario Museum of History and Arts. An impossible light activity is created when they're using their police lights. Police lights don't cause your shadow to surround your person. Police lights don't cause your shadow to appear above your head. Police lights don't cause your shadow to be magnified in size. That's demonic when the demons are using what is a police vehicle as the method of light activity, where Satan is doing nothing other than wearing the meat suit of demons that put on police uniforms. It's demonic activity. It's criminal conduct as well, because the government's engaging in surveillance. Okay, that's P.O.C. That's the people of the state. While that traffic stop, that's criminal summoning. They're monitoring, in other words, and they're monitoring together. They being the people of the state and the government proper. It's 12:20 a.m.